Hey, what is up YouTube? So today I'm bringing you a tutorial on how to create a responsive meet the team section. And if I reload my browser really quick, you're gonna see that I have some nice fade in animations, as well as some hover effects on social media icons and a hover effect on the button. And like I mentioned, this is fully responsive, so if I open up my mobile view, you can see them like stacking on top of each other. As I continue to increase my screen size, my media query is set up to like around 700 pixels, but like I said, it's not gonna start kicking in until like all the cards have enough space to actually like line up next to each other, and this happens like around 720 pixels. So as you can see, they're just like now starting to take shape, and as I keep increasing my screen size, you're gonna see the other card pop up, and then the last one on the bottom. And once it has enough space for all four of them, they're just gonna display side by side. And yeah, stick around if you want to learn how to build this. And without any further ado, let's just dive right into it. So before you start, one thing that you're gonna need is Font Awesome's CDN. And so you can see I already have the viewport meta tag, as well as my CSS already linked. The structure is gonna be as follow. I'm just gonna have a section, and then inside of that I'm just gonna have a container div followed by a the heading, which is an H1. Just give it the class of heading, and meet the team. And inside of the container, we're gonna have the card wrapper. So card wrapper, and inside of the wrapper, we're gonna have the card itself. So div of the card class. Gonna have an image, and this is going to be the image for the background. So to the images and get my card BG, that JPEG, and there's gonna be background for the card background, and I'm gonna give it a class of card img, and then we're gonna have another image, and this is gonna be the profile image. So images, and I believe this was like image 1, G1. It's profile image, and the class of profile image. And the next thing is the name. So if I'll just have an H1, and it was Michelle. I can't even remember the name, so if I change them up, don't even worry about it. And then I'm gonna have a paragraph with the class of was it job title, and she was a lead designer. And then we're gonna have another paragraph with the class of about. And inside of that, we're gonna have some dummy text. So Lauren tab, and I hate this, but I'm just gonna put it all down in different lines to clean it up. And after the about paragraph, I had the button, so it's just gonna be an anchor tag. It doesn't really go anywhere. The class of BTN, and it's gonna say contact. After the I had the social media icon, so for that I'm just gonna have an UL with the class of social media, and then I'm gonna have for allies anywhere. And inside of the anchor, I'm gonna have the icon itself, and I believe it was like BFA Facebook square. And I guess I'm just gonna delete the rest and just copy and paste this one and modify it. Save me some time. 4, and this is going to be Twitter, I believe. Twitter. Oh wait, that's actually the square part. Twitter. And Instagram isn't a square. And the other one was for Google Plus. So Google Plus square. And let's see how that looks. And yeah, everything's working. So the next thing that we're gonna do is just copy the card, since it's all gonna be the same thing after that. And just like below the first card, still within the wrapper, do this 3 more times. And now we just modify them. And for the second one, please like web developer. And like I said, I don't really remember the name, so I'm just gonna make some new names up. Let's just say Michael. Faria's, and the profile image is going to be 2. That's the only thing we have to change here. And profile image is going to be 3. Job title, web developer again. And it's going to be Eric Anderson. And this one, it was full stack, I believe. Full stack developer. And this is going to be the final image. And let's just call him Josh Matthews. And let's see how that looks. And yeah, we have everything in place right now, so only thing left to do is just to go right into the CSS now and make some magic happen. So as usual, I'm gonna start off by just doing some basic reset of the margin and padding and setting my box sizing to border box. Then I'm gonna target the HTML document, set my font size to 10 pixels, and my font family to Roboto with a sans serif fallback. And now I'm just going to target all of the anchor tags and just give it a text decoration of none and a color of white. And then I'm just going to target the section. The only reason why I really have it like in place is just to give it some padding for some spacing. And for that, I'm going to give it padding of 10 rems, which is 100 pixels on top and bottom, and 0 left and right. And I guess it doesn't really matter, but I guess we'll just do it anyways. Then we're going to be targeting the heading. And for that, we're just going to give it text transform uppercase. Font size 3. Font family. Font size. 3.5 REMs. It's much better. Letter spacing of 3 pixels, and then a margin right of -3 pixels. And the reason for that is just like because like when you do letter spacing, it just tends to move it a little bit to the left, and that just like brings it back to the center. And some margin bottom. What else? Text align center. And color, I believe it was like 333. And position is going to be relative, since we're going to be creating that bar under it. And next thing we're going to do is just use basically target the heading again, before, after, this doesn't really matter, and content width of 10 rem, height 8 rem, and the background color, which is going to be that green, is 45 E19F. And position should be absolute. So you can see the bars already showing up. And bottom of -2 rem. And left is going to be 50%. But if we really want to perfectly put it in the center, we're going to have to do translate X -50%, and that should fix it. Something else, a little border radius, and it's going to be 20 pixels, so 2 rem. Next thing that we're going to be doing now, it's targeting the card wrapper, and we're going to give that a display of flex. Align items, center, align content, center, and flex direction is going to be column. I think that's that for that. Now we're just going to target the card, and I'm going to give it a width of 320 pixels, so that's going to be 32 rems. And background color going to be EF8. Whereas I'm going to give this a display of flex direction of column, align items, center, and then justify content. It's also going to be center. And also going to give it some margin. So it's going to be 2 rem top and bottom, and 0 left and right. And also we're going to give it a box shadow, and do 5 pixels here, 5 pixels again, and then for the spread it's going to be 3 rem with an RGBA of 00.2. And yeah, I think that was it for the card. Now we're gonna style the image. So card image, and width is gonna be 100%. Height, just give it a 26 rem. And so that it fits perfectly, is just do object fit, and then cover. It works a lot like when you do a background size cover on a background image. I'm not sure about the support for object fit, so if that's something you have to take into account, you can try looking it up. And for the clip path, I actually used a website for it. CSS clip path generator. Yeah, this is the one I used. So, and then I just like chose trapezoid, and yeah, you can just like play around with it, and once you're like satisfied, it gives you the code for it. So I'm just gonna be copying this and pasting it over here, and I think I had 78 here, so I'm just gonna make that change over here, and I should have the desired clip path, which is this one. And for the image up top, that's gonna be it. Now we're gonna be styling the profile image, and for that I'm gonna give it a width of 15 rem and a height 15 rem, and we're gonna be doing the same again with object fit. Set it to cover, and next we're just gonna give it a border radius of 50%, and what else? We're also gonna have to move it into place, so I'm gonna give it a margin top of 10 rem, no, negative 10 rem. Gonna give it a C index as well, so that it shows up on top. Just do whatever. And yeah, if it's like a flexed item, you can use a C index on it. You don't have to have like a position relative or absolute on it. Doesn't really matter. I guess let's just do 11. Yeah, it looks better. And now we just have to do a border on it. Just do 1 pixel, solid. Just basically to use the same color as the card background, so it's gonna be this one. Oh, it's actually not 1 pixel, it's 1 rem. Yeah, it's much better now. And as you can see, they're all like taking shape now. So after styling the profile image, next thing we have to do is the name, which is the card H1, and do a font size of 2.5 rem. Let's actually color. Just use that 333 again with a margin of 1.5 rem top and bottom and 0 left and right. Yeah, that's gonna be all. Actually misspelled the name over here, so just go back and fix that. And it's gonna be Michelle. And next thing would be the job title. And for that, just add a color. It's like a lighter color, and it's gonna be 777 with a font size. Should do 1.5. Do a font weight 100. That's actually too late. Let's do 300. It's much better. And next thing is going to be about, and the font size for that is going to be the same. And margin is also going to be the same for 1.5 rem top and bottom, and 0 left and right. and we're going to be following by font and style. It's going to be italic, font style. And text align, it's going to be center. And what else? And color, it's going to be 333. Again. And after the about, we're going to be targeting the button. So it's a card button. Give it padding, top and bottom, 2.5 left to right, and background color, it's going to be that blue, which is 4445 AE back to 3. And then we're going to have a border radius of 2 rem. And gonna give it some margin as well. Top and bottom, 0 left and right. And text transform, set it to uppercase. Color, instead of a white, just gonna give it a light gray. And font size, just increase that a little bit, so it's gonna be 4.5 rem. And for the button, that's about it for now. Yeah, I believe that's it for now. So something else, we're gonna do that hover effect for the button right now. So it's gonna be called that BTN hover. This is just basically the same that I did on my last tutorial for the button. So we're gonna do a transform and then translate Y minus 2 pixels, and then we're also gonna give it a box shadow, similar to the other one. So 5 rem, 0.5 rem, and then 2 rem. That's the spread, RGBA of black, and a transparency of 0.2. And we're also gonna give it an active state. So let's copy this really quick. Instead of hover, it's gonna be active. And when it's active, we're gonna set it back to 0 and get rid of the box shadow. So you can see, we have to give it a transition now. And we're just gonna do transition all, and I believe it was 0.5 seconds. Yep, it's much better. So the next thing for us to style now is the social media icons, and for that I'm gonna give it a width 100%, list style none. Let's give it display flex. And what else? Justify content center. Well, actually no, it was spaced evenly. So it's gonna divide all the available space evenly. And padding 2 rem top and bottom, and then 0 left and right, as well as a margin top of 1.5 rem, and a border top, this is going to be 1 pixel solid RGBA, just a black, just to make it lighter, of 0.1. And now we're going to target the social media icons in general. So let's do I, and we're going to give it a font size of 3 rem, so 30 pixels. And yeah, I think that's about it for that. So now we're going to target them individually and give them the respective color. So for Facebook square, we need the color of 3B599, then followed by Twitter, and that's gonna be lighter blue, and that's gonna be 3B. Oh, actually, it's gonna be 5A CEE. Then it's gonna be Instagram, and for that, it's gonna be a color of E6683C. And the last one is gonna be Google Plus. And that one is DD4B39. As you can see, that's looking a lot better already. Oh, we have to do the hover effect, and for that we're just going to target every single one of them. So I don't feel like typing it, so I'm just going to copy and paste this and just delete everything that's needed. And it's going to be messy for a little bit, but don't worry about it. I can fix it. And delete this. Another. Delete this as well. Do another one. So there you go. That's much better now. Now I'm targeting all of them, and I have to add a hover to them. I wanted to keep this simple, so I was supposed to just like giving them a different hover state individually. It was just like much simpler to just do a hover for them in general, so I gave it that green color that I used for the bar under the team section name. So it's going to be 45, and there you go. Set up a transition for that of the social media icons, and what I want to transition is the color, and I'm going to do 0.5 seconds. And as you can see, that's much better already. And as far as like the mobile view, that's going to be all. Now we have to work on transforming it into the responsive version, and for that I'm going to set up a media query, screen, and what was it? Oh, I think it was min width of 700 pixels. And I'm not going to be doing much here. I'm only going to be doing like as much as I have to. So I mean, there's like a lot of stuff that you could do to like actually make it better as far as like the responsiveness, but this kind of gets the point across. If you want to just like modify it, feel free to do that, but for now these are only the styles that I'm gonna apply after we hit that 700 pixels media query. And I'm gonna target the wrapper, and I'm gonna be doing a flex direction of row as opposed to column, and then flex wrap. Come on, set to no wrap. No, actually I want it to wrap, which basically means that whenever you don't have enough space, it's just like drop it on the next line. And then justify content center, and then align items center. For the card itself, I'm not going to be doing much, but I'm just going to override the top and bottom and then 0 on the left, and apply the same margin basically on all sides. So you can see if I start now increasing the screen size, you see them all jump in. And if I keep going, it's gonna be 3 and 4. So basically it's done, but we also have to do that animation when the page is like reloaded. Of course, if you had this like on a website and you had like the section towards the bottom, you're not gonna see it because it's gonna happen. But something you can do is just use some JavaScript to like actually keep track of like the scroll, and whenever it gets to that particular portion, you can trigger the animation. But for now, like I said, we're just gonna keep it simple, and we're gonna do keyframes, and we're gonna do call it fade in, and from just basically means like from 0%. Gonna have an opacity of 0, and 2 is gonna be opacity of 1. And now we have to target all the cards individually, and for that we're gonna do card nth child 1, and we do animation, animation name feed in, followed by the duration, the delay, and it's just animation fill. Let's just say backwards, and yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Now we just copy and paste that 3 more times. And let's just like tap this in. Just do it all at once. And yeah, now we just have to modify them a little bit. So it's gonna be the 3rd one and the 4th one. And we're gonna be increasing the delay by ½ a second each time, so it's gonna be 1.5 here, and then we're gonna end up with 2 seconds. What's this over here? Card. What's the error? 2 errors found. From. Well, yeah, you don't really need that. Wait. Oh, I messed up. Let's actually close it out here. I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest. Let's just tap this back out. And now if I reload the page, it should be working. And it is, as you can see. Something else that you could do is like you can scale the cards on hover. So something you could do is like card hover. It's like scale, transform scale, and it's usually like at 1. So let's just do 1.1. See how that goes. It's like way too big, so let's just do half of that, 0.5. And we also want to set up some transition, so card transition, and we'll want to transition as the opacity, and do that half a second again. So if we go back, now they're all gonna load. Come on. Oh, it's not the opacity, it's like transform. I don't know what I was thinking. Transform. And yeah, now you see the nice smooth transition on there. So yeah, guys, that's basically all. Oh wait, I almost forgot. To get rid of the scroll bar down here, all you gotta do is just go back into the CSS, and it's gonna target the body and do an overflow X of hidden, and that'll get rid of it. So yeah, guys, if you found this video useful, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and as usual, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below, and I'll do my best to try to answer them. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. It would really help me a lot, and I'd appreciate it. Also, make sure you hit that bell notification so that you're notified every single time I upload a new video. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.